You can't see through my lies, and you start to cry. Ryan Coke, a pack of smokes, and some bingo cards is where you look for the things I'm not giving you. A girl I met a while ago at this place I know is where I look for the things you're not giving me. At the end of a gravel road, when there's nowhere else you can go, you just turn around, put the throttle back down. But when it's love gone bad, think about what you had, wonder where it's gone, and what went wrong. Ryan Coke, a pack of smokes, and some bingo cards is where you look for the things I'm not giving you. A girl I met a while ago at this place I know is where I look for the things you're not giving me. Camper that I call home, it's on $100 pickup truck. I'm gonna fix it up if I can make it right. I'm gonna drive into the setting sun, out to where the land is flat, and I'm never coming back. Ryan Coke, a pack of smokes, and some bingo cards is where you look for the things I'm not giving you. A girl I met a while ago at this place I know is where I look for the things you're not giving me. Oh, the things you're not giving me, not giving me. Not giving me. It took a moment, less than a minute. That's how long it took me to know that I needed you. Took a while, a little longer, for it to grow stronger and for you to tell me that you needed me. The flowers I gave you were dead. Evil thought runs through my head, yeah. I wanna put a hole in your waterbed. Took a minute, the longest minute, 60 seconds, that's how long it took you to tell me that I had to go. It took a long time, seems like a lifetime. It took forever for me to try to get you off my mind. The flowers I gave you were dead. An evil thought runs through my head, I wanna put a hole in your waterbed. down at the Legion for you to find somebody new to take my place. Oh, in your waterbed. That's why I'm sneaking while you're drinking. I'm gonna take my Swiss Army knife, and I can't believe what I'm gonna do. The flowers I gave you were dead. Evil thought runs through my head. I wanna put a hole in your waterbed. The flowers I gave you were dead. Evil thought runs through my head. I wanna put a hole in your waterbed. I wanna put a hole in your waterbed. I wanna put a hole in your waterbed. To the corner and stop at the light. A 5-liter Mustang pulls up on my right. He revs the gas, step on mine. I see the light changing, edge up to the line, but I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan man, I'm a minivan man, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan man. When I was young, I had a cool car, 67 Volvo, 4 on the floor. It wasn't real fast, but it sure sounded good. Little 4-cylinder under the hood. If I had some more money, get an SUV, 4-wheel drive. You better look out for me coming down the road about 8 feet tall. I spend most of my time just driving to the mall, 'cause I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan man, I'm a minivan man, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I got a house full of kids that gotta haul around. That old hatchback just goes up and down. I wish I had a van with room for just two. We go driving, just a me and you, but I'm a minivan man. I drive a minivan man, I'm a minivan man, I'm a minivan man. I'm doing what I can, but I'm just a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. I'm a minivan man. tonight. Well, on Tuesday night a couple years ago, I did a little St. Paddy's Day show. Little did I know that it'd still be going now. Well, I had some help from Robbie O'Spoon, Cousin Willie, he jumped on board soon. Neil Lazy down and then I ventured my amazing friend. There's nature, pictures from Stan McRae, Sandy, Bob, Carol, Bet, and Paige all play. Jerry, Kathy, Dwight, Collie, Waxy, and friends. The talent they share seems to have no end. Alan, Brody, Mark, James, Jim, Gavin, Nick, Pat, Ricky, Bobby's Honey, Bootleg, and Shtick. Tim Farrell's Tuesday Live Action News. Stables playing from the UK too on Tuesday night. On Tuesday Live. Well, it wouldn't really be much of a show if I didn't have an audience, don't you know? If a man sings in his basement, does anybody hear? Well, I'm grateful for each and every one of you, and if I tried to name you all, I'd miss a few. So sing you a heartfelt thanks so very much. It's Tuesday Live on Tuesday night. It's Tuesday night, then it's Tuesday Live. It's Tuesday Live on Tuesday night. It's the 100th episode of Tuesday Live. Well, hello there. Welcome to episode 100 of Tuesday Live. Let me tell you, I never thought when Robbie O'Spoon and I hit the go live button on March 17th, 2020 that, this was going to keep going on and on and on. And, 100 episodes later, here we are. And, a couple of people I want to thank, certainly our supportive audience. What you guys have done for us has been tremendous. I've been here, we don't have a huge audience, but certainly we've been through a lot of thick and thin and had some great times, and some people have come and gone, but I'm so happy that we have such a great crew of people. And, I've been thinking, the other thing I was thinking about too is, that my grasp of technology certainly improved. Although if you've been watching the show, even on recent episodes, I periodically bump into things and things don't always go as well as they can. And I can always be a little better. So I'm working on it. I got 100 episodes under our belt now, so we'll have to see. Maybe by 200 we'll start getting things but the show will be really smooth. But thanks anyways. Thanks for being here. Thanks for supporting me through these 100 episodes. It's been it's been a tremendous joy. That's what I've extracted from it in terms of the show. As I've told a lot of people, said, "How long are you going to keep doing this?" I said, "Well, as long as I enjoy doing it, I'm going to keep doing it." So I'm certainly going to keep going as long as I having fun with it. And I'm certainly still having fun with it. Certainly not doing it for the money. I do it for the joy of it and the great fun we have every Tuesday night. And
Also, I'm thinking of, down the road, I thought, during a time of the pandemic, when we've all been sort of, for a lot of the time anyways, boxed up in our houses and kind of socially separate. This has really given me an opportunity anyways, to, connect with people. I've a lot of people I've known, for years and years, known since I was a kid, but haven't really seen too much of them. Like folks like Stan McRae, I have to mention, who I knew, since as long as I can remember. I've known Stan, but I maybe ran into him once in a while when I was back in Eastern Ontario at the Tim Hortons or something. Might run into him there, but when I saw his stuff on Facebook and we were doing the show, I thought, geez, it'd be kind of fun to have Stan's pictures on here. And here we are. I don't know. Stan's been on a bunch of episodes. I know he wasn't right from the very start, but he sort of jumped in a little later. And it's been great having him here as well. And so, folks like that. And then, there are lots of musicians I've connected with as well. Obviously, our good friend down in New Brunswick, Sandy McKay, who I've known for a long time as well. Got him on the show. And Rob Moss, who some of you might remember, was quite involved with the show early on out in Alberta. Another old musical friend. And then a lot of new friends I've run into, like Waxy and all the folks I've connected through Waxy. And there's just, I don't want to start naming people because I'll forget people, but I do want to thank everybody for that. It's been a tremendous opportunity for me, and I hope you've enjoyed it as well. And I know some of you have anyway. So and it's been great. I always thought, worst case scenario, if I only have an audience of one, I'd probably still doing the show, because I know my mom watches it every week. Hi, Mom. And it's good even just doing it for Mom. Every week I do that, but having all the rest of you along here for the ride as well is a lot of fun too. Before I forget, I want to mention a couple birthdays. My Aunt Helen, it's actually her birthday today. I'm not sure if she watches the show. I don't know if her internet is strong enough to watch the show, but if you're out there, Aunt Helen, happy birthday. And I know a little later this week, my good friend, my honey supplier, and old friend and loyal audience member as well, I might add, Nelson McNairn, is celebrating a birthday later this week as well. So happy birthday, Nelson. A little early birthday present. What's that, Willie? No, we're not having cake tonight. Sorry. Willie's thinks we're having a big party here tonight, but we're just, we're having a good time here for the next hour or so. But I don't think we're going to have any cake. I haven't seen any cake around anyways. But you maybe have Willie, we'll have a pop after the show. How's that? Yeah, I'll give you a beer. It won't be one of those non-alcoholic ones. Okay, yeah. Get back in the Beatles tribute room. You're on soon. Get ready there. Get tuned up. So anyways, we have a great show here tonight. We've got Bob McLean, our Celtic buddy from down, and another great musician I ran into on the show that I sort of knew of before, but sort of connected with him much more strongly through Tuesday Live, is on as well. And we have Bob, and then we also have Bob in his duo with Carol Pines with Metalla Road. They're going to do a song for us tonight as well, which is fun. And we also have the great Waxy's Shack latest production has done a great tune. I'm going to share that as well. And we've got all the regular crew doing some tunes as well. And I think we've even got Pat, Ricky, Bobby checking in from South North Carolina. So we're looking forward to that as well. So anyways, I'm not going to sit here and talk all night. You listen to me talk enough. We're going to play some music and have some fun. So let's turn it over to the Beatles tribute room. Hopefully Willie's all tuned up there and ready to go. Well, hey, y'all, Willie here. I just got a wee bit of a problem here. I went up to get my harmonica out of the shed. Kind of stuck to my lip when I started playing it. Just going to let it work off here a little bit. Oh, that's better. Anyway, sorry about that, folks. A little cold out there. Harmonicas get cold. You got to remember to let them warm up before you stick them in your mouth, folks. It's a public service message for today from Willie. And congratulations to Rob and everybody else on the show for reaching episode 100. Isn't that something? Let me tell you. And boy, I think I've been here for most of them. Been out in the shed for all of them, I'm pretty sure. And played in the shed a few times. Played here in the Beatles tribute room a few times. And really happy I get to play on the show, because otherwise you'd be out in the shed, just me and Stu playing a tune. Wouldn't be much of an audience, although Stu is very appreciative. But anyways, glad to be here. And thank you so much for watching the show every week. Certainly appreciate it. Ain't much of a show with nobody to watch it. Sort of like that tree falling in the forest thing, is it even a show if there's nobody watching it? But appreciate that. And I was sort of thinking what to do for the 100th episode. And that David fella from up in Fenland Falls, he's like a writer or something. He's got lots of good ideas. And he suggested maybe that we all do a Rob song. So I talked to the other fellas and said, why don't we all do a Rob song to celebrate this episode 100? And everybody said, well, that's a good idea there, Willie. So I said, well, it wasn't me. My idea was that Dave Ward fella's idea. So anyway, thank you, Dave Ward, for that idea. And we're going to do some songs here. And, I was thinking of doing this one called Trouble, because, I think Rob thinks I'm a bit of trouble. Having this fella, sort of redneck kind of ex-race car driver fella living out in a shed, claiming to be his cousin from down in North South Carolina. So I'm kind of trouble, so I thought I'd play that song Rob's called Trouble. Although I don't think it's about me, because I ain't quite that much trouble. But anyways, it's kind of a bit of a rock and roll song, at least the way I want to do is kind of rock and roll. So anybody happen to be, I was out the shed getting my harmonica, and who I see out there but Lazy Horse. He's out there gallivanting around the backyard and looking for something to nibble on under the snow. And so I said, Lazy, why don't you come on over and sit in with me on this tune? So I got Lazy Horse here, so I'm going to get him to kick it off. Give it a go there, Lazy Horse. Never know who your friends really are until you really need them. You never know what trouble truly is until it truly begins. You never cared for the light of day until the darkness closed in. You looked for trouble and you lost your friends. Now just look at the trouble you're in. This trouble's got a way of finding you, and this trouble seems to never end. Just when you think you're done with it, a new kind of trouble begins. Always take the wrong turn, heading down a road of sin. Trouble's got a way of finding you. Just look at this trouble you're in. Your mama tried to raise you up. She tried as hard as she could. On her own she never stood a chance. Your chance to do any good. Your daddy left before you could walk. He never pass his way again. Only thing he left was a set of footprints leading into this trouble you're in. This trouble's got a way of finding you. This trouble seems to never end. Just when you think you're done with it, a new kind of trouble begins. Always make the wrong turn, heading down a road of sin. Trouble's got a way of finding you. Just look at this trouble you're in. Stole a car, robbed a store, started to carry a gun. It didn't take so very long before you're living your life on the run. You were looking for the law, but the law found you, and you found yourself doing time. You made some new friends, but the kind of friends that you get you into trouble again. This trouble's got a way of finding you, and you must never send her in. Just when you think you're done with it, a new kind of trouble begins. You always take the wrong turn, heading down a road of sin. This trouble's got a way of finding you. Just look at this trouble you're in. This trouble's got a way of finding you.
I told my old girlfriend Wanda that I thought she was drawing her eyebrows a little too high.
Oh,
She seemed surprised. Hey, Neil, knock, knock. Who's there? A little old lady. Little old lady who? I didn't realize you could yodel. What?
Well, thank you, Willie and Lazy. Nice version of that song, and nice having Lazy playing the drums there. And someone was asking how much we had to pay that horse. We pay. Lazy gets paid, I think, mostly in oats, sometimes hay, and occasionally a bushel of apples. So that's the answer to that question. I also see that Anne's checking in from Carasso, I believe that's pronounced, which I wasn't even sure that was a place. I thought that was like that orange-flavored liqueur you put in margaritas, which I think it's also National Margarita Day. So I hope, Anne, you're having a margarita down in Carasso with some real Carasso in it from Carasso. And thanks, say, Steve and Kathy here as well. I see Ron's here from up in Kapuskasing. You know, I started thinking, too, once I sort of get things, you know, maybe we'll wait till snow's melting anyways. But, there's places that, I never thought when I took on this show that, there's lots of places I'd like to go. Fenelon Falls, love going to Fenelon Falls, great place to go. Eastern Ontario, down my old home country there, go there a fair bit all the time anyways. But, I never really, places that weren't on my radar like North Bay and Kapuskasing, now I want to go there because I know some people up there. So I'm looking forward somewhere down the road to getting up to North Bay and getting up to Kapuskasing to see folks like Ron. And, to be honest, I'll be honest with you, I had to actually look on a map, see where Kapuskasing was. I knew it was sort of up north and to the left somewhere, but I had to sort of check out exactly where it is. And it's a bit of a drive, but we'll get up there sometime for sure. But anyways, we're going to turn it over now. We've got our friend from South North Carolina, Pat Ricky Bobby, checking in with. Pat Ricky Bobby always has an interesting perspective on things, and I'm not sure what he has to say about 100 episodes or whether he even has anything to say about 100 episodes. But let's turn it over to Pat Ricky Bobby down in South North Carolina.
How y'all doing? I'm Patrick Bobby, semi-retired professional driver / bootlegger. Welcome back to another episode of my show. Now, before rumors start, I must address my shoulder injury, which you may be able to see right there. I would like to read a prepared statement. I, Pat Ricky Bobby, do solemnly swear that my shoulder injury is unrelated to any overuse of moonshine and furthermore was not caused by any form of domestic violence involving my sweet wife smoking hot. There, that sound good smoking? All right, maybe you can put that bat down now. All right. I cannot believe that here we are, Rob's 100th show. If I'm doing my math correctly, that's like one show for every year of Rob's life. Whew, that is something else. Way to go, Rob. Now, I do need to comment, though, a little bit on how Rob has changed over these 100 shows. Y'all see, when it all started and Willie introduced me to Rob, Rob was anxious for me to provide any content I could for his show. Said, make it and I'll put it on. Recently, though, we've seen that things have changed just a little bit. Rob's getting a little pickier, you might say, in what he allows on his show. In fact, last time I was on his show, you might remember that he introduced my episode as being a little bit adulty. Well, I didn't quite know how to take that, so I did take a look at my video again and looked at it very closely and put a lot of deep thought into it, and I did realize I crossed the line. You see, I used the N-word. Yes, I used the word nipple in that video, and I sincerely apologize for doing such a thing and crossing such a line. So, to make up for this, Rob, I would like to do a child-appropriate show this time, And so, in fact, I'm asking all of you to bring your little kitties to the front here and let them listen to a little story by Uncle Pat, Rick, and Bobby. All right, kids. Now, you all settled in there. Put away your beers and you just listen closely before your bedtime here. I'm going to tell you a little story about a man. Now, he wants to remain anonymous, so I'm just going to refer to him as PRB. You see, PRB was in grade 2 when he realized that he'd learned all he could really learn. And so after graduating from grade 2, he decided he would become a professional car driver. Now, he had driven his dad's truck in the backwoods here and there, and so he had a little bit of experience. So wouldn't you know it, he gets himself a car, starts to race. Now, the problem here was PRB was only 3'9", not really tall enough to see over the dash and push on the gas at the same time. So he had to drive like what we call by braille, kind of bouncing off other cars to kind of feel his way around the track. And that was a very effective technique until he got in the lead. And he weren't really thinking about that. Once he was in the lead, well, he didn't have nothing to lean on. And as it turns out, he went off the track a little bit and ran over the hot dog vendor at the local race car track. This was not good. In fact, the police hauled him away. But what hurt him even more, I think, was what his daddy said to him. You see, PRB's daddy was really upset because he really loved hot dogs. And as it turns out, the hot dog vendor was PRB's daddy's daddy. So that weren't good. And so you know what he said to him? He said, PRB, you's as useless as boobies on a tortoise. Now, think about that for a minute. Now, I'd like to point out to Rob that I used a child-appropriate term there, I do believe. I could have used the N-word, or I could have even used a T-word that maybe would sound better with tortoise, but I didn't. I used boobies. I hope that's okay with y'all. All right, well, continuing the story, 5 years later, PRB is released from the slammer, and this time, he's now 4'9". He's grown a bit in the prison. And so PRB's daddy decides to invite PRB to work for the family business. Now, PRB's daddy had a special role in society. He made what we call liquid medicine. And so he needed someone to deliver the liquid medicine to the local folk. And so, of course, PRB took on this role, driving his daddy's truck, delivering liquid medicine to the folks in need. And you know, PRB was a playful little feller. In fact, sometimes the police would try and chase him down, and he would just have fun kind of hiding out. And in fact, he never ever got caught by those police. The end. And so there you have it. PRB became an important part of society. Now, kids, there's a few important morals of this story I'd like you to remember. Number 1, liquid medicine makes the world a better place. Number 2, if you can't afford the time, don't do the crime. Number 3, grade 2 education is enough if you're a good driver. And number 4, if the police come knocking on your door looking for your daddy, you should never tell them anything. This would just spoil their game of hide and seek. All right, there we have it, kiddies. Now, finish off your beer, brush your teeth, and off to bed. Sweet dreams. And remember, shake the baker, buddy.
Well, thanks for that, Pat, Ricky, Bobby. Always interesting when we have Pat, Ricky, Bobby on the show. You never know what's going to happen, and we get a children's story, I guess. Just hope Facebook doesn't flag us for that one. But anyways, hey, certainly appreciate having Pat, Ricky, Bobby on the show. Give us a little different perspective, you know, in these times when people are kind of getting a little polarized. It's nice. We should look at everyone's perspective and listen and try to understand everyone. Isn't that right? Speaking of people with different perspective, here's a fellow's got a real interesting musical perspective. Been on the show many times, strong supporter of the show, and I think he might even be out in the audience tonight. Bob McLean is a fantastic guitarist. Bob, actually, I saw recently he's doing, they have here in Kitchener-Waterloo area, it's called the Irish Real Life, I think it's called. Bob will correct me there in the comments, I'm sure if I got that wrong, but I think it's the Irish Real Life, the IR Festival. And it has a lot of different events. And Bob's involved with it, at least a couple of them, I think. He's doing a guitar workshop, so if there's any aspiring Celtic guitar players out there want to check that out, Bob's doing actually a live workshop. And I think he's also doing he's involved with a musical event, a Cayley or whatever they call it, I think. I'd have to ask Robbie O'Spoon, he'd know better than I, but I think it's on the Friday or Saturday night of the festival. But anyways, I posted, I did share it on the Tuesday Live Facebook page, and you can check out Bob's, I'm sure Bob will have it on his website as well, which I think will probably be on his video if it's not. But anyways, here's Bob with a Robbie Burns song.
So this is called Green Grow the Rashes, oh. There's naught but care on every hand, in every hour that passes, oh. What signifies the life of man, if 'twere not for the lassies, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow oh, the sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent amongst the lassies, oh. The worldly race may riches chase, and riches may still fly them, oh, when at last they catch them fast, their hearts can ne'er enjoy them, oh, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent amongst the lassies, oh. Give me a canny hour at even, my arms about my dearie, ho, and worldly cares and worldly men may all go topsy-turvy, ho. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent amongst the lassies, oh. There's naught but care on every hand, in every hour that passes, oh. What signifies the life of man, if 'twere not for the lassies, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. Green grow the rashes, oh. The sweetest hours that e'er I spent were spent amongst the lassies. Oh, green grow the rashes. Oh, yes. Thank you.
Hey, Rob. Just want to say congratulations for 100
100
episodes of Tuesday Live. I guess we have the pandemic to thank for this tradition to come to be, but there's nowhere else I'd rather be spending my Tuesday nights.
And 100 more, Rob, hopefully, or as long as you want to do it. You'll have an audience, so it's up to you to keep carrying it. And this is little Macy. She's heard about the show. She sent me a beautiful Valentine's with her little... And this is a horse nip, Rob. Watch this one. She loves it.
Congratulations.
Thank you for that song, Bob, and thank you for those very kind and generous comments, Kathy and Dwight and little Macy. Some of you might remember Kathy and Dwight were performers earlier on in the show. We did a series of tunes that we really enjoyed. And Kathy did some photographs too. She's also a fantastic photographer. And lovely little Macy there, their granddaughter. Thanks for sharing that. Very makes my heart smile. But appreciate that. And I know for a lot of folks, Tuesday Live might be a little bit of a guilty pleasure, like eating those mallow cookies. You know, the ones where you eat the top off first. I like those, but a lot of people don't like you. Think you should eat them. But also share the show. Hit that little share button if you're on Facebook. That little arrow thing. Share it out with your friends. Show them how you spend your Tuesday nights. Certainly appreciate that. Try to grow the audience a little bit. Always trying to do that. Figure we get about average about 25, 30 screens a night, I guess, on a show. We've had some big shows. We had some shows that went pretty up to about 40 or 50. But I'd like to grow it a little bit. Just, we're doing it anyways. Why not get as many people here as we can? So share with your friends and let them know about the show. Appreciate that. My mom is tremendous. Everybody she talks to, she invites them to watch the show. I don't know how many of them do, but if you're here because my mom asked you to, thank you very much. Let's turn it down to Eastern Ontario to our good friend Stan McRae and some of the fantastic pictures. Stan's been a big part of the show over the last bunch of episodes. I think it's been here for over a year now, I think, anyways. So at least 50 to 75 somewhere, I would guess. Stan, I don't know if you remember when you started up, but thank you. We certainly appreciate all the pictures he shares with us. Gives us an opportunity to get out and see things a lot of us would never see without Stan's camera. thanks, Stan. And your little guy there, I think that's your godson, right? Thanks for Jax, I think's his name. Thanks for the greetings, Jax. The 100th episode. Congratulations. Appreciate that. And thanks, Stan, for being such a part of it, providing us with so many amazing pictures over the weeks and months past, and hopefully moving forward too. Always nice to see what Stan picks out. He's always out there looking for new ones, so always have a bunch of great pictures. Thank you very much for that, Stan. I'm going to turn it over to another one of our local cast here. He's not Bob Dylan, but he's claims to be related to Bob Dylan. I don't know how legitimate that claim is, but let's turn it over to our resident Dylan expert, Rob Dylan.
How does it feel?
Well, hey everybody, it's Rob Dylan here. Good to see you on this 100th episode. Isn't that exciting? 100 episodes of Tuesday Live. I know I haven't been here for all of them. I think I've only been for maybe half of them or something. I'm not sure, but certainly appreciate having the opportunity to, to play on the show, to share some of my brother Bob's music and, just sort of do this stuff, do the thing, and it's good to be here for Tuesday night, and it's great to have you here too. I'm glad to have an audience watching every week. We certainly appreciate that, and I thought it was a great idea that Willie had to, to mark this episode, to have all of us maybe to give a shot at some of Rob's songs, and there's some good songs there I've been wanting to play, so it gives me a chance to do that. And the song I thought about is this one that Rob wrote. I think he wrote it in a protest when they were putting the big Walmarts in, and Walmarts, they cause quite a bit of disruption in a community. They have an impact on a lot of the smaller stores, and the shopping areas of the downtown areas often sort of get all shut down when a big Walmart comes in, and they cut down a lot of trees usually to build the Walmart, which I don't like very much either. They put up this big store, and then they fill it full of all those plastic objects from China, and then sell them to you really cheap, and they end up in the landfill, a lot of them. So, not a big fan of the Walmart, but and so I sort of agree with this song. But it's really about a fella losing his girl to Walmart too. So it's kind of a good song. I like it for that too. It's kind of fun. But anyways, I'm going to give it a shot. It's called Power Tools. To dance in steel-toed work boots. It's hard to love when you've never been loved. I never knew how to show you I loved you. I wish you'd at least try and give me a sign. How would you show me you love me if it wasn't for Black and Decker? How many power tools do you think a man needs when I would have loved you if only you'd come home from Walmart? I found out about Brad in housewares from a best friend Dave, who'd heard from his wife. She gets her hair done by Brad's ex-wife's sister, who heard you were seeing him most every night. And how would you show me you love me if it wasn't for Black Decker? How many power tools do you think a man needs when I would have loved you if only you'd come home from Walmart? how would you show me you love me if it wasn't for Black and Decker? How many power tools do you think a man needs when I would have loved you if only you'd come home from Walmart? Yes, I would have loved you if only you'd come home from Walmart.
Well, I goes to the doctor on account of me hands been all shaky lately. He asked me if I'd been drinking much, and I says, no, I was spilling most of it. A lazy horse and I played a gig at a restaurant the other day, and they gave me an envelope with money and parsley in it. I thought Lazy and I played pretty good, so I don't know why they garnished our wages.
You know why you never see a moose hiding in a tree?
Why?
Because they're so good at it.
Well, thanks for that cover of that song, Rob Dylan. That was very nicely done. I enjoyed that very much. It's always nice to hear other people play your songs once in a while. It's quite satisfying. Thanks for all your kind comments, folks. Certainly appreciate the congratulations coming in. I've always want to acknowledge people, but then sometimes I know if I start acknowledging people, then I start missing people, and then people feel left out. So I feel bad about that. So anyways, I'm going to turn it over to our resident Irish fella from down Dublin, Ontario way, Robbie O'Spoon. And if those of you remember the show, the very first show, if you were here, and probably not too many, I think, that caught the very opening of the very first show, but the very first show was pretty much all Robbie O'Spoon. It was a St. Patrick's Day show back in 2020. So let's turn it over to the probably you consider him the founder of Tuesday Live, Robbie O'Spoon.
Well, hello everybody out there in internet land. It's Robbie O'Spoon here in Dublin, Ontario, just having a grand old time, swilling the pigs and, eating me potatoes, drinking me Guinness, and, hailing a bit of snow too, still got a bit of snow blowing around out there. But anyways, so glad to be here for the 100th episode of Tuesday Live. I was there for the very first one, a little bit of magic. I kind of showed up and, I ain't really left since, tried to get back home, but ended up instead in Dublin, Ireland, and ended up in Dublin, Ontario. So that's a long story. But I like the idea of doing some of Rob's songs for here, although to be honest with you, I don't really care much for his music. It's not very Irish, and a lot of kind of dark songs in there too. I'm sort of an uplifting fella. I try to be happy as much as I can, in spite of my predicament, being all here by myself, Dublin, Ontario, just swilling the pigs and hailing potatoes in the summer and all that. But anyways, this song of Rob's is called Seeds of Love, and I'm going to do this is a Robbie O'Spoon version, not the Rob Witherspoon version. So I hope you like it. Heartaches and teardrops, the crops in the field are filling up the spaces in my life that you left. The snow in the laneway, the tightness of the fence are taking the time with you that I once spent. Hold off, big black rain cloud. Oh, let me finish this road. For the seeds of love that I've sown before have failed to grow. Snow beats a rhythm against the old barn steel door. Oh, but snowdrifts can't cover up this pain that I feel. I wake up each morning in a cold and empty bed, while the sound of her laughter still echoes in my head. Hold up, big black rain cloud, let me finish this row, for the seeds of love that I've sown before have failed to grow. I turn on the radio, hoping for the news, 'cause the music that's playing always sounds like the blues. When the sun is shining, it helps to ease the pain, but when it clouds over, I remember you again. Hold up, big black rain cloud, let me finish this row, for the seeds of love that I've sown before have failed to grow. Yes, the seeds of love that I've sown before have failed to grow. Well, this fella goes into the pub and orders 7 shots of whiskey and a pint of Guinness. The barman lines up the shots and goes to fetch the pint. Oh, when he comes back with the pint, all 7 shots are gone. Why, you sure drink fast, exclaimed the bartender. Well, you would too if you had what I have, the fella answered. Oh dear, says the barman, what do you have? The fella reaches into his pocket and says, a toonie. Hey Dylan, Stu says that his favorite line from your brother Bob's music is, don't criticize what you can't understand.
Oh, I hate that line. What does it even mean?
Thank you so much, Robbie, for that cover of that song. That was an interesting take on it as well. And thanks for everyone involved with the wall, the folks who tell the jokes, as well as some of the folks who provide them. I know some of the audience provides jokes, so if you have any thing you'd like to see up on the wall, send it in. We also welcome videos and things too. If you want to do a little joke thing yourself, we'd love to see you up there. Just send it in to Rob Spoon at robspoon.com. It's pretty straightforward, and we'd love to have you on. We had Bob McLean on the show earlier, but now we have Bob with his duo, McTalla Road, where he plays with Carol Pines, who's a talented multi-instrumentalist. And I'm sure they have some gigs coming up too, so I'm sure you can find those. We'll certainly share them when I find out about them on the Tuesday Live Facebook page. But you can also check out Bob's website as well. I know he's got some information there as well. So let's, without further ado, let's kick it over to McTalla Road.
Good day, folks. I'm Bob McLean.
Hi, everybody. I'm Carol Pines, and together we are
McTalla Road. So we're coming together today to, this is a special day for Rob Witherspoon, because he's got an event coming up here that is, I said it before, my hat goes off to him. I can't say that enough times, simply because he has been putting this show on approaching 100 times.
Yeah, congratulations to Rob for the 100th show. It's awesome that you've kept this going for all this time. I am in awe of the number of songs you know. I don't know if anybody's been keeping track of how many songs you've actually broadcast over these 100 episodes, but it's a lot. And yes, our hat is off to you for keeping this going and keeping everybody entertained and giving some of us a chance to play too.
And I think you do one of the best Neil Young knockoff lookalikes videos that I have ever seen. So that is just awesome.
You mean that's actually Rob?
Excellent. Yeah. And we thought it was Neil Old. Ah, lovely. Lovely. So we have a song for you today, and it is actually it's got some historical merit to it. So it's called Tom Paine's Bones. I'm going to let Carol tell you a bit about it.
Yeah, this is a song written by a Scottish songwriter named Graham Moore, and it's all about Thomas Paine, the great revolutionary radical writer of the 1700s who was a big inspiration to the American Revolution, and he's still a big hero today to people who love peace and autonomy. He got himself in a fair amount of trouble way back then with the authorities, but anyway, this song's dedicated to him, and it's one of our favorite arrangements. We love playing it, so...
We had fun putting this one together because it was Carol and I going back and forth saying, hey, let's try this. Hey, let's try that. And before you know it, we've come up with the arrangement that you're going to hear right now called Tom Paine's Bones.
Hope you enjoy it.
Slanchava.
Dance, dance, oh, dance to the age of reason. Dance, dance, oh, dance to the rhythm of Tom Paine's Bones. As I dreamed out one evening by a river of discontent, I bumped straight into old Tom Paine as a running down the road he went. He said, I can't stop right now, son. King George is after me. He'll have a rope around my throat and hang me on the Liberty Tree. But I will dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I know to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I will dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I know to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I only talk to freedom and justice for everyone. But since the very first word I spoke, I've been looking down the barrel of the gun. They say I preached revolution. Let me say in my defense that all I did wherever I went was to talk a lot of common sense. And I will dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I will dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own to the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones.
Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own. To the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I will dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own. To the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I will dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own. To the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones. I will dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance to Tom Paine's bones. Dance in the oldest boots I own. To the rhythm of Tom Paine's bones.
Thank you, Carol and Bob. So good. The kind words at the start, and then such a great song. I've never heard that song before, and such a beautiful arrangement of it. And I know that Robbie O'Spoon, he always talks, every time I talk to him about playing some penny whistle, he always talks about Carol and how he wished he could play the penny whistle as well as she does. And Bob on the octave mandolin, that was fantastic as well. Thank you so much for sharing that with us this evening for our special 100th episode. And we're probably going to go a little over time here, folks, so I hope you don't have to run off at 8 o'clock, because we've got a few more songs here, one more, at least a couple more anyways. And I better move right along here. I did see Evelyn McKay kick in, say hello there. I just want to say hi to Evelyn and Ken, because I'm not sure if they were on last week, and I know that Ken had his 90th birthday recently, so I thought if Ken's watching now and he didn't see me last week, I just wanted to wish Ken a very happy 90th birthday and wish you many more happy and healthy years, Ken. You're a good man. I hope you keep up the spoon playing. One of the finest spoon players I've ever encountered in my musical life is Ken McKay. So happy birthday, Ken. Happy belated birthday. And let's send it over to Neil Old, perhaps the greatest Neil Young tribute artist of our generation.
Well, hello everybody, it's Neil Old here, and well, look who's with me. That's right, we got Lazy Horse here tonight. He wasn't going to miss the 100th episode, that's for sure, and boy, I'm sure glad to be here, and congratulations to everybody involved with the show for making it to episode 100. That's quite an accomplishment. I know I haven't been here for all of them, and Lazy Horse has been here for even fewer, but you know, I certainly appreciate everything, the opportunity to play here, and you know, it's really helped cement my reputation as one of the great Neil Young tribute artists of our generation. So I'm very grateful for that, for Rob giving me the opportunity and everybody else involved with the show. And to you, particularly you folks out there in the audience that you come watch every week, we really appreciate it. Thanks for that. So I liked Willie's idea of doing one of Rob's songs for the show, so I thought, well, which one did I like most? And I thought, well, there's a lot of good ones there, but I thought there's one. It's a little dark, but I'm going to give it a go here with Lazy Horse. It's called "What Lies Below," and I think it's sort of a good song for our times right now. That's for sure. So I'm going to give it a shot. Papers keep piling up on the step outside my door. Stories I'm reading, I don't need them anymore. The winters are warming and I'm missing the snow to cover up, to cover up. Cover up what lies below. There's a darkness and it's creeping across the land. The television brings scenes of man killing man. Kids walking in school carrying a gun. I look out my window and I wonder if I should run. If I should run. If I should run. I should run from what lies below. Your faith and your family and those who went on before. They went looking for freedom and they landed on this shore. I think they found the last place in the world that a man could run to get away, to get away. Get away from what lies below. I wanna get away. I wanna get away.
You know, I was in elementary school during the Apollo moon missions. My grade 5 teacher, Mrs. Miltmore, asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. Well, I told her I wanted to be an astronaut, but instead of going to the moon, I was going to go to the sun. The sun, Mrs. Miltmore said. It's too hot. If you go there, you'll die. Geez, I said, for a teacher, you're not very smart. I'm going to the sun at night time. Well, I almost had to do that grade over.
Well, thanks for that rendition of that song, Neil and Lazy. Great version of that song. Really enjoyed that. I saw Steve and Kathy checking in from Whistler. I know there's Steve's up skiing in Whistler with Kathy. That's exciting. I'd like to be there maybe next year. Hope you guys are having a good time. Nice weather, good snow. And folks checking in from all over. We got them from Carasso, from Whistler, from Fenland Falls, saw Waxy checking in from North Bay, and Ron up in Kapuskasing, and Danny up on the Bruce, and Peter and Catherine in Toronto, and Putty and Brian Stan McCrae out in Long Sault, and folks all over the spot, and it's all over the country, and Uncle Lee down in the States. Good to see you too, Lee. Glad everybody that's here, and Kathy over in Elmira, folks close to home as well. Nice to see you all out there, and it's glad to have you here tonight. We've got a great tune here. This is a little different thing from our good friend Waxy up in North Bay. He's working on this. I was talking to him about it. It's a cover of a song by the band Klaatu. And I don't know if you're old enough, you'll remember Klaatu. They were a band out of Toronto, and they there was a rumor going around, which probably didn't help them that much, that they were like a Beatles reunion or something like that. Which of course they weren't. They were a band out of Toronto, but they did some great tunes. And this is a little bit one of their slightly different tunes. But you'll see Waxy and his crew do a fantastic job with this. I'm going to turn over to Waxy.
Hello, folks. My name's Waxy, and welcome to the Shack. Klaatu, Little Neutrino. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you so much for that tune, Waxy. Fantastic version there. And you can check that out if you want to look at it again so you can read all those little vignettes about neutrinos that Waxy posted in that video. You can check it out on the Waxy Shack YouTube channel, which is over on YouTube. If you're watching from YouTube, just after the show, swing over there, Waxy Shack. Be sure to subscribe to Waxy's page. Get all his new videos when they come out. And there's a whole slew of other great Waxy videos there as well that you can check out. Well, thanks, everybody. That brings us just about to the end of our show. I want to thank everybody who's watching there tonight. I see a few folks checked in there that I hope I didn't miss anybody. I know I did miss a few. Chris out in St. Mary's. Nice to see you here tonight, Chris. And Lou down in Brockville. I know Nelson and Sandra down that way too, down in Cardinal watching. And Steve and Kathy over in Jacob Steddle, St. Jacobs. Good to see you folks here tonight as well. And thanks to everyone who participated in tonight's show. Stan McRae for sharing the world he sees through his camera viewfinder. And Pat, Ricky, Bobby. Oh, my computer's talking to me now. Oh, even my computer's grateful for being here as well. Bob McLean for sharing that Robbie Burns tune as well. And also MacTalla Road for joining in with Carol Pines to bring their kind and generous greeting and the sweet MacTalla Road sound that we all have come to know and love. Rob Dillon, Neil Old, Lazy Horse, Robbie O'Spoon, and Cousin Willie. Thanks to Kathy, Dwight, and Macy for their kind congratulatory message. And everybody who contributed content for the wall. We'll be glad to have that anytime. Send it in. Thanks to everyone who supports the show as a patron, contributes to our virtual tip jar, or just joins in the audience. We love having you here every week. Next week, as we move into the second 100 of Tuesday Live shows, I'm going to do a little, I thought I'd do a little Tuesday Live retrospective, looking back on the first 100 episodes. And if you have any favorite moments you'd like to see included, let me know. But I thought it'd be kind of fun for, I'm just looking forward to just going back and looking at all the things we've done over the past 100 episodes and pulling some of the sweet bits out to bring them back up for air too, because, a lot of them we've only seen once. It'd be great to see again. So if you have any favorites, let me know. And we'd love to do that, and it might be a little longer show too, because I'd really like to try to get a little bit of everybody who's been involved with the show on there. So it might be a bit of an epic show, but you can check it out, and if you can always pause it and come back to it at a later time if you have something else to do, or just sit down and enjoy it. It's be a lot of fun. Thanks as always to my executive producer and partner in life, Carol. The super talented Tuesday Live animation department for all the great work they've done over the previous 100 episodes as well. And thank you for watching tonight. Come join the after party on Zoom. Excuse me, my throat's getting dry. I need a beverage, I think, at the after party. Excuse me. But come to the after party on Zoom. The link's in the email every week, and sign up for the email if you don't get that. We'd love to have you there. Until the next time. What's that, Willie? Willie's over in the Beatles tribute. Okay, I'm going to switch over to the Beatles tribute room camera. Willie's got something here. I don't know, surprise or what. Willie.
Hey, Rob, I just thought maybe for the last song of the episode 100, that maybe we get the whole cast to do Just Love instead of Just You, and maybe you can just take a break there. Just sit down, take it easy, and we'll send out all the love to our audience, and maybe you can get the audience to sing along with us. I know a lot of you folks out there heard this song before, particularly at the end, there's just two words you really need, and that's just love. And well, that's kind of what this whole song's about. So let's give it a go, boys.
Everybody needs a place to go. And everybody needs some way to know that they're just loved. Why do we hurt the ones we love? We don't lift them up instead of putting them down and just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. We'll only be here for a very short time to lie in the sun and drink sweet wine and
just love. Well, I'll be here and then be gone. Instead of harsh words and singing sad songs, let's just love. Deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. Just gonna do it. If you join with me, well then we would make two. We need more giving, less taken away. If we start right now, we'll get there someday to just love. How you find it in your heart if you look deep enough, you'll find the only thing that we really need now is just, oh yeah, it's just love. Hard to just love in a world full of hate. If we get started now, it won't be too late to just love. 'Cause deep inside every one of us, there's something brighter than gold waiting to shine out. We keep it covered up with a layer of clay. We gotta start washing it off someday with just love. Just love, just love, just love, just love, just love, just love. Come on, everybody, sing. Just love. Just love, just love, just love, just love, just love, just love, just love.